sports fans, huddle up. It's time for the DQ Pigskin Report. A weekly football show with the head coaches at Danville, Boyle, Mercer, Garrett, and Lincoln counties. The Center College head coach. Plus an update from the UK football coach. The Pigskin Report. Brought to you by DQ. Happy tastes good. State Farm Insurance. Here to help life go right. Whitaker Bank. Uniquely Kentucky. CC Auto Parts and Service. An Auto Value Certified Service Center. Essity, a global leading hygiene and health company. Now, with the DQ Pigskin Report, here are your hosts, Rick Schobel and Joe Mathis.
Good Monday evening from the Harrodsburg DQ Grill and Chill. Well, Joe, we went 4-1 last week.
Oh, pretty good.
One of the best weeks of the year.
I think that probably is the best week of the year.
Oh, and I'll tell you what, you got one of the best days of your year. If you come out here to the Harrodsburg DQ Grill and Chill, 75% off confetti dipped cones, any size. 75% off peach cobbler blizzards, any size. 75% off rainbow, under the rainbow shakes, any size. It's back, Parmesan garlic chicken strip basket. They got the honey barbecue chicken basket. Let's see. Blizzard flavors include Hawaiian, banana, coconut, and pineapple. And don't forget, military personnel get 50% discount. Police, Sheriff's Department, and KSP all get free. They get to eat for free.
Love it, yeah. I had the flamethrower burger combo meal, which you did not have because you don't like spicy food. But I also had the Reese Peanut Butter Cup Mini Blizzard with extra Reese's in it.
Oh, I love Reese's.
So like you get more Reese's in it. And Super Dave, I think, has taken advantage of
Super Dave,
the 75% off any size peach cobbler blizzard, which you can get all through the month of October.
It's a good way to try before you buy and spend a lot of money. Well, again, a good week, 4-1, and let's get her underway, Joe, with UK. Hey, I'm a poet, don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Stoops, ready to get back after it after your open date?
It's good to get back here after getting a couple days off, giving our players some time to heal up, get their minds right, get their bodies right, and also get some work done this past week. Coming into this press conference, I don't have to worry about selling Vanderbilt anymore and telling you how good they are and how good Clark Lee's done. I have a lot of respect for Clark and what he's done and what he's been building for some time. Of course, they beat us not long ago, so I know what he's capable of and what type of quality person and coach he is in the job that he's doing at Vanderbilt. Congratulations to them to see some of that hard work paying off, getting such a big victory this past week. For us, regardless of what happens to our opponents, it's always about us and our preparation and what we try to do. Felt like last week was very productive, just covering some of the things that I mentioned about getting some rest and recovery, but also getting better as a football team. I feel like our team has obviously been progressing past several weeks, and we need to continue to do that as we hit the middle part of our schedule here before another break, which is unusual to have 2 byes during the season, but we do. So we'll attack this middle part as best we can, and starting with Vandy, glad to be at home this week in a night game, so I hope to have a tremendous environment here Saturday night. It's, as I mentioned, post-game, it was very good to get a big victory a week ago on the road, and hopefully our fans be here in full effect this Saturday. Our team will continue to play better and better. Vanderbilt was very impressive this past week. Prior to that, they had their bye, and they played Missouri extremely well. They could very easily be sitting here at 2-0 in conference against 2 top 10 opponents. So a very good football team, and our team just needs to be up for the challenge, and we need to worry about ourselves and prepare it the right way.
That is UK head coach Mark Stoops, and they got the giant killer, I think the Big Daddy called him earlier this morning on Sports, Vanderbilt. I never thought in my life I'd see Vanderbilt beat Alabama in football and then carry the goalpost down Broadway.
Yeah, they had to go. They threw it in a drink.
They had to fish out of the water. That'll be a fun game. Saturday, 7:45 is the kickoff. 5:30 is the pregame time. And we'll have that on Z105 on Saturday, Kentucky and Vanderbilt. Speaking of college football, we'll step aside, come back, talk with Center College head football coach Andy Fry, and step into the high school ranks and start off talking with Garrett County head football coach Spencer Crutchfield. It's all coming up next in the Dairy Queen of Harrodsburg Pigskin Report, live from the Dairy Queen of Harrodsburg, where Super Dave took advantage of the large peach cobbler blizzard, 75% off. I asked him how much did that cost, because, of course, the large cups, they're big, right? They got a lot of ice cream in it. Would you say $1.83? $1.83. Now, that's the only blizzard you can get 75% off, right? So you can't come in and ask for another one. It's just the peach cobbler blizzard, but you can get a large one for $1.83. Super Dave could be eating ice cream for the next week if he wanted to. Or he could do what I would do, and that's eat it all in one setting, which I think is what's going to happen.
He'll end up some of it in his beard.
Yeah, he save that for later. Well, here at the Dairy Queen of Harrodsburg, Radio Rick and Super Dave and Joe Mathis here on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
Great! See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrodsburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch.
Hi folks, Mike Gay here, HR Manager with Essity. It's game time, and at Essity, we support our local high school teams. If you're cheering from Titletown for Danville, Boyle County, or DCA, or in Harrodsburg rooting for the Titans or the Bulldogs, or supporting those Golden Lions of GC and Lancaster, remember that Essity is on your team. 70% of our employees reside in these fine communities, and we are your biggest fans. That's Essity, ESSITY.com.
Let's go! Saturday night,
we're going to play Kentucky football.
Kentucky! Let's go! The Cats are sailing strong, ready to take out the captain coming to town. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores and your Kentucky Wildcats.
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5:30 with kickoff at 7:45.
It's all right here on your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ-FM C105.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre. I'm the relationship banker for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
And now, back to the DQ Pigskin Report.
We are live. Joe Mathis and yours truly. It's a Harrodsburg DQ. Now, hey, by the way, DQ is staying open till 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. So after the ball game, you can pop in here and get you some good stuff. Again, local sheriff, local police, Kentucky State Troopers, 100% discount. Military, get 50% discount. Seniors, 55 and older, 10% off your purchase all day, every day, excludes the sales and promotions. Anything's on sale. Campbell's University, Harrodsburg campus, you get 20% discount for students and staff with your ID. That excludes the sale items and promotions. But a lot of great savings here at your Harrodsburg DQ. Let's go ahead and talk to Center College head coach Andy Fry. And Coach Fry, nice conference win over rival Trinity 24-14.
Our kids played well. They played hard. We played probably the best we've played all year, which going into this game, our whole thing was about preparation, the mental errors. Fortunately, after the video, I think we probably had easily the less of all mental errors we've ever had in the last first three games. I mean, we probably cut them in half. And that's probably why we did well. You know, we weren't making mistakes before or after the snap of the ball. That's good. But I can handle sometimes getting beat physically, but I can't handle when you make mental errors before the snap, you know, just everything from, knowing your assignment, your alignment, what your key is, what your responsibility is. It was a good win.
And it was homecoming, so I'm sure it was a very festive atmosphere.
Yeah, well, it's a great day. Gosh, you couldn't ask for a better day to play football. I mean, we had a nice breeze, and it was, 75, 76 degrees. I mean, normally when Trinity would always come, they'd always complain because, they come from the heat, and they come up here, and it might be 55 degrees, and they're all wearing sweatshirts, Trinity is underneath their pads. So, it was a little different for both of us, actually, playing that type of weather.
How'd you come out health-wise after the game?
We're banged up, but I expected that. We lost a really good wideout. He's just a great special teams. Tate Johnson from Frederick Douglass, and he was a backup, but was in a rotation, and he broke his collarbone. Oh. And that, I hate to see guys lose their season. We're healthy enough to play fast.
You go play at Millsaps on Saturday.
Correct. We got a nice little drive. So we'll leave Thursday night, probably 8:30, go halfway, stop, travel on the next 4 hours, probably right after that to the 5 hours probably I think it takes to get down to Jackson, Mississippi. The ride home's the one that's tough. We'll get in probably 4:30 in the morning.
It makes it a lot more pleasant when you win.
Oh yeah, it's a lot different when you're on the bus and you win. It's not very much fun when you're replaying the game over and over again for 10 hours. I remember hearing Joe Paterno at a clinic probably 25 years ago, and he said every game's made up of maybe 4 or 5 plays that makes the difference in the game. The problem is you just don't know what 4 or 5 plays those will be.
Let me ask you, I've asked other coaches, how many people do you have signaling into plays or looking like sitting in plays on the sideline?
We'll usually have like 2 to 3 people that will signal plays, usually 2. But one thing we do offensively is he has a band, so we can do numbering. That's kind of harder for them to kind of figure out. Your band's got your offense on it and go yellow 6 or, blue 12 or that's a little down. You can steal signals. There's no question. You can steal signals. And I think defensively, that's the only one I'm kind of afraid of when they steal signals because at least they can get an idea what coverage you're in. And, a lot of times indicate your passing tree on the coverages, if you're going to be in a man free, there's certain plays you like to run against man, and there's certain plays you like to run against types of zones, whether you're in quarter coverage or you're in 3 deep or whatever it may be. Yeah, that's the one you got to disguise. To me, I think that's the hardest. Or if you know when you're coming, they can figure out that you're bringing heat. That's going to change your offensive play. So, yeah, you've got to be, especially in video, because you do the press box shot. And if you're a visiting team, they can see your signals. They can pick those up pretty simple.
Keys to a Center College win over Millsaps Saturday.
Well, I think the big thing for us is to continually to prepare and prepare well. If we can cut down on our mental errors, that's been the biggest culprit, at least for our program for the first 3 games, was our mental errors. And 2 is, in like every game, you got to secure the football. You got to make big plays. That was one thing I'd say about the Trinity game. There wasn't very many penalties, which is the first time. I think we only had 4 penalties the entire game, and they had probably 4. You think about a clean game, and there was no turnovers. There was no turnovers, and it was a clean. So it really came down to big plays. And it also came down to field position. Well, that helped us a lot. We forced them to start back in the end zone. And when we lost to Hampton-Sydney, we started inside the 10, I don't know how many times. That's big. Just continue to improve. That's the only thing. You never arrive. You never arrive. Don't be satisfied.
And that was Andy Fry of Center College. Again, they won their first conference game, Joe, so they're 1-0.
Yep. Against Trinity to go to Millsaps.
There was homecoming last
Saturday,
week, too.
Yeah. It was a busy week in Danville and homecoming.
Beautiful. He says beautiful day.
Oh, perfect.
Like
perfect
70,
day.
75.
Yeah.
Little breeze.
Speaking of perfect day, it's been a perfect month for the last 4 weeks or so for Garrett County football.
That equal month, yeah.
Yeah, 4 wins in a row for the Golden Lions, and it was an easy one on Friday for Garrett County over Casey County, and Coach Crutchfield joins us. And, Coach, 4 wins in a row, 11 different running backs ran the ball, leading you to a 49-0 running clock win.
Yeah, absolutely. We were able to get up on them there and get a running clock in the first half, and we wanted to get some of our younger guys some varsity experience. And, they pay their dues all throughout the week. and just them being able to have an opportunity to get out there in a varsity game and compete and show what they had, it was huge for our guys.
Yeah, some of the names on here that got carries, you mentioned they're putting in the work during the week. Keelan Hahn and Lucas Witt and Jagger Wood and Zayden Rayleigh and Trenton Ison, those guys who, like you said, it's good to get those guys who work hard during the week. Maybe some of them are on scout team or they're playing special teams. They're the backups, to get them in and get them some varsity action.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you can get guys experience in varsity games, it's huge because you never know when a guy goes down or you need somebody to step in. So, we try to take advantage of all those situations.
You gear up now, Coach, next week for a game against Marion County. And this is Marion County Knights team that we saw lose 35-14 on Friday against Mercer County. So they're kind of battling, still thinking maybe they have a chance of the number 1 or 2 seed in their district. And so what do you know about this Marion County Knights? First of all, their offense.
Yeah, well, they're definitely going to run the football. They're built a lot like us. They have a couple different backs that are able to carry the ball for them, and they're really physical up front, really aggressive. They're going to run it at you, and if you're not able to stop it, you're not ready to stop the run. It's going to be a long night.
Defensively, Marion County, what do they like to do on defense?
They're really aggressive up front. They're going to get a lot of guys in a six-man front, and they're going to try to cause penetration, and they put a middle linebacker there that can run from tackle to tackle and make plays. So it's tough to run the ball against them because they put so many guys in the box and they're really aggressive getting upfield and causing penetration. So we'll just have to understand what are our expectations up front. What is our job? Make sure we're executing that at a high clip.
Their head coach is Arthur Carter, if I'm not mistaken. He played for Bell County in high school and won a state championship in the early 90s under Dudley Hilton, and he's done a pretty good job at Marion County. Came in his first year. I think they went 2-9, had to forfeit a playoff game because of depleted numbers, but since that point, they're 8-10 over their last 18 games. They had a 3-game win streak. It was their first one in quite some time at Marion County, a 3-game streak, so he's doing some pretty good stuff at Marion County.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Carter does a great job. He gets those guys ready to go every Friday night, and they play extremely hard. They get to the ball on defense. They fly around and try to get 11 hats there. So he's definitely doing good things, and he built that program back to being what they were back in the mid 90s and early 2000s.
And we mentioned they had a 3-game win streak that was snapped by Mercer County on Friday. Coach, you all are on a 4-game win streak right now. So let me ask you this: last time Garrett County football won 4 in a row, do you know that? You know the answer?
2015, I think it was my little brother Slade's senior year. 2015
is correct. The last time that Garrett won 5 in a row, which is what you all would do if you won this Friday. Do you remember what year that was?
I would say probably 2011, maybe.
Don't have to go back that far. No, 2014, actually, the year before.
14, okay.
And I was going to ask you, your next question was going to be, and who was the quarterback of that 2014 team?
Yep, Slade Crutchfield.
Yes, little brother Slade leading the troops in that Garrett County team that won actually 6 straight that year in 2014. Yeah. Coach, what's the keys to a victory Friday over Marion County?
We just got to, make sure that we're executing at a high clip, make sure we're not beating ourselves, make sure we're taking care of the football, and, just play fundamental, sound football.
Garrett County head football coach Spencer Crutchfield.
Well, they're on a good tick.
Yeah, 4 in a row. Have a bye week this week, and then they're taking on Marion County the week after that. Basically, everybody, I guess it is everybody in the district for them has a bye week this week. Garrett has one, Mercer has one, and Marion and Casey, I assume, are on bye as well because the other 2 are on bye.
Yep.
So, going to be interesting to see how that district shakes out. I'm under the assumption that it's going to be Mercer versus Garrett in a couple of weeks to battle out for the 1 versus 2 seed, which would be a really good game. Assuming Mercer hopefully gets some guys healthy and gets them back, and Garrett County's flying high. That'll be a really fun game in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Strikes out swinging. All right, twin pack of sausage biscuits on sale at DQ Harrodsburg, $2.99. Now, Harrisburg DQ only. It serves lunch items through breakfast hours. Just have to wait for them to cook it for you.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like if you work overnight or something, you come in here for breakfast.
Yeah.
You want something, give me a burger type thing. They can cook it for you during breakfast hours.
And there's different ways for you to order. You got the great deal on DQ mobile app, DoorDash, curbside pickup, mobile drive-through, mobile to go, web curbside, web drive-through, web to go, breakfast on DoorDash too. And you got the country ham sandwich. That's what I got tonight. 2-piece country ham, mayo, lettuce, and tomato on a bun or Texas toast served all day. And speaking all day, grilled cheese sandwiches are served all day at Harrisburg DQ Grill and Chill.
Love it.
Let's see. I guess we are going to take a timeout, Joe.
Yeah, we'll
Guess
step
what?
aside. Come back and
How
talk.
come you want to step aside? You never step forward.
I'll step whichever way they tell me to step.
Okay.
The board operator is in control. Whatever the board op says, I'm going to step that way.
All right.
So we're going to step forward then. Mercer County is coming up next. Coach Craig East has the Titans coming up, and then Danville head coach Frank Parks as well. And around the corner after that, Lincoln County head coach Levi Rogers and Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix. It's all coming up next on the Dairy Queen of Harrisburg Pigskin Report, where you can get a large peach cobbler blizzard for $1.83 all month long at the DQ right here in Harrisburg. We're live on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
Great. See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrisburg, David Hopewell and Randy Couch.
Hi folks, Mike Gay here, HR Manager with Essity. It's game time, and at Essity, we support our local high school teams. If you're cheering from Titletown for Danville, Boyle County, or DCA, or in Harrodsburg rooting for the Titans or the Bulldogs, or supporting those Golden Lions of GC in Lancaster, remember that Essity is on your team. 70% of our employees reside in these fine communities, and we are your biggest fans. That's Essity, ESSITY.com.
Let's go! Saturday night.
We're going to play Kentucky football.
Kentucky! Let's go! The Cats are sailing strong, ready to take out the captain coming to town. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores and your Kentucky Wildcats.
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5:30 with kickoff at 7:45.
It's all right here on your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ-FM C105.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre. I'm the relationship banker for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
And now, back to the DQ Pigskin Report.
And we are here at the Harrisburg DQ Grill and Chill. Let's see. We haven't talked about the $7 meal, original cheeseburger, fries, sundae drink, $7. Or 3-piece chicken strip, fries, sundae drink, $7. Or queso cheeseburger, fries, sundae drink, just $7. Your choice. Let's see. I think that's about got everything covered right now. BLTs, bacon, lettuce, tomato on bun, Texas toast. That's served all day. Have it your way. Here's the two biggies here. 75% off confetti dipped cones, any size. 75% off peach cobbler blizzard, any size. 75% off under the rainbow shakes, any size. So let's go ahead and talk to Mercer Coach Yeast. Good start with a district win on the road over Marion County, 35-14.
Yeah, it was a really good win for us. You know, I was really proud of effort from our players and coaches throughout the week, the way we practiced, the way we prepared. And we went out and played a really solid 4 quarters of football, which I was very pleased at. We got great quarterback play out of Cornelius Mapp. Our defense was pretty much lights out. all night, and we played well in special teams. So it was just a good overall team win. We played excellent complementary football.
Did you have a pick six called back?
Yeah, we did. Landon Yates got an interception. I think he ran it back 65, 70 yards or so. We hit the quarterback. We had two guys hit the quarterback, and one of our guys, his forearm hit the quarterback's head, so they threw a flag, which negated the pick six by Landon Yates.
And Cornelius, you're talking about your quarterback. He threw 5 touchdown passes. That's the highlight of his career so far this year.
Yeah, he prepared himself very well all week. He was very focused on Friday night. It was the best game that he's played in his career here at Mercer County. I'm very, very proud of him for going out and playing the way he did. He tied school record for touchdown passes, and had an opportunity to set a new school record, but missed the guy. But overall, very proud of him for having the game that he had. And his receivers and offensive line done a great job of blocking for him, too.
Wasn't he the starter to begin the year, and then he got hurt, didn't he?
He got an injury a shoulder injury in the last scrimmage against Somerset, which ended up we started Drakeford. So, at the end of the day, I feel like we have 2 starting quarterbacks at any given time. We can use those guys. So he was the starter going into the season already.
This was a big win in another way because it was a district win. You're 1-0 in the district.
Well, that's the key. We started out our regular season with our first season, which we call our first 6 game. That's the first season. And we were 2-4, and could have very easily been 4-2, 1-5, or 0-6. It could have been a lot of different scenarios, but we ended up 2-4. But the most important season is the new season, which is our district, and we're 1-0 in the district, and that's what really counts. Those first 6, they matter, but they don't matter as much as district play and moving in toward the playoffs. So we're right where we want to be at 1-0 in the district. We want to continue that and see if we can't get us another district championship, but it's going to take some work against Casey County and Garrett County to get that accomplished. But right now we're 1-0, so we'll take that.
Does this open date come at a good time for you to mentally and physically heal up and give everybody a break?
Yeah, we played now 7 straight games, with the last being against Marion in the first district game. So it's a great time, 2 district games and 1 more regular season game in week 10 against Lincoln remaining on our schedule, and then moving into the playoffs. A great halfway point, a great opportunity for us to recharge our batteries, focus up a little bit, and get ready to go make a run to try to win our district and try to see how far we can advance into the playoffs.
Now, how hard will you practice this week?
Today, we just finished up with some weights and conditioning, have lunch, have a little fun today, and then we'll practice in the morning, and then I'll let them off for the rest of the week. It's fall break. We have an open week. Let them go enjoy themselves and enjoy their families, and then we'll get started back up again on Monday morning.
What is in store for Coach Craig East Friday night?
I don't know. I'll probably just relax. Our whole district is on bye week, so there's nobody for me to really go watch in our district. So I'll probably just relax and do a little bit of nothing.
Hey, something to be said for that, Coach. Hey, good luck, and hopefully get you guys healed back up and be able to get back going again, the district game against Casey County.
All right, man. Sounds good, Rick. Always good talking to you. Go tight.
There you go, Craig East, Mercer County head coach. Yeah, the whole district on bye.
Yeah, everybody's on bye, it seems like.
Nobody to go watch, so he's going to take it easy on Friday.
Yep.
So it'll be a good weekend for Coach East.
Himself with his wife.
There you go. Going from Mercer County to Danville, and we'll talk with Danville head football coach Frank Parks. And, Coach, you got shut out 36-0 last Thursday to Campbellsville, but the defense is making strides.
Yes, absolutely. That's what we've been harping on the last few weeks is, offensively, all 11 has to execute. And, we have watched them film and have showed them where, just a guy here, a guy there, make a mistake, and it's killing us offensively. But the defensive is continues to improve. We still have to make a couple of those big stops when needed, but you just see the improvement each week with the defense becoming more and more sound. And still some things we need to work on, but offensively, we still got a lot of work to do just in the execution aspect of it.
And you got fall break this week, so got a game on Friday, but no school this week, Coach. So how do you handle practices all week long where there's no school in session? Do you change some things up?
Yes, you get a little bit more time where you can watch film longer, do some more of the mental stuff to try to help with the execution and try to help limit some of the mistakes we are making out on the field and give them a better understanding. So you have a little bit more time where you can spend in the film room and on the boards and try to continue to teach these guys how to play the game of football. A lot of them are learning on the fly with their inexperience and the game reps. So, we're trying to create a situation where, we can expedite some of that and kind of get rid of some of the mistakes they're making on the field by being mentally prepared and understanding the schemes and concepts.
You all did deal with some injuries against Campbellsville. I think I saw Keegan Jones got hurt. Tell us how the health of your team is looking going into the game on Friday against Leslie County.
Well, Keegan is definitely out this Friday. Nolan Bryant, I got hurt in that Knox Central game. So Aiden Lanigan has been out for a few weeks now with a foot injury. So, some of those guys were starting key guys that are out, but, most of the other guys are healthy and in good spirits. So, we continue to try to develop players in case of these situations arising. So it's just a unfortunate situation for some of those guys like Keegan, who's probably going to be out for a while, but, we just continue to battle.
You got a Leslie County team that's going to be a battle on Friday, Coach, and they are coming to Danville to take on you all, of course, at Center College's field. And offensively, this is a team that's led by Landry Collett, who is the do-everything player for Leslie County. He plays quarterback for them. He, as of just a couple weeks ago, was one of, I think, 4 quarterbacks in the state to throw at least 75 pass attempts with no interceptions. Right now, he's at a 14-touchdown, no-interception ratio clip. He's also ran 9 touchdowns as well. Out of the 25 touchdowns this year Leslie County has scored, he's accounted for 23 of those 25, with throwing 14 and running 9. How do you stop this guy, Landry Collett, and kind of hold him down and give yourself a chance to get the offense back out there and make some stops on defense?
Well, the key is our front's got to get him out of a rhythm, try to interrupt his timing as far as make sure we get pressure. Then when he scrambles, we got to make sure on the back end we pick people up, and once the scramble drill takes place, everyone's accounted for, and, those linebackers go get the quarterback. But we just got to make sure we keep those rush lane integrity and make sure when he does scramble and get out that everyone does their job and pick up the guys that need to, and those linebackers go and make a play.
He's got 59 rush attempts on the year. That does lead Leslie County in rush attempts as well. We mentioned in rushing yards, too. Are these design runs, or is he making plays happen on design pass plays?
Well, they really throw it a lot. So, a lot of it does come from him being able to get out on the edges and do some things, because they really love to throw it around. They do have some design runs, but, you get a lot of it. That's what I've seen as him taking off or scrambling and making things happen. So, we have to prepare for both.
How much of a nightmare is that to prepare for a quarterback like that? I mean, you look at the NFL and you got guys like Lamar Jackson and Jaden Daniels who you feel like you've got everything locked down, and then suddenly they can run 20 or 25 yards on you. How tough is that as a coach to prepare for something like that?
That's the thing. Like, you can prepare for it, but then guys have to make plays. Like you said, you've seen it on Sunday. Professionals have some of these elite quarterbacks, and you think they're able to sack them. You well prepared, but he just makes a outstanding play, and you kind of stuck. So, the preparation part isn't the hard part. It's hoping you execute, and once things break down, that your guys can stay fundamentally sound and go make a tackle, don't miss that tackle, or can make a play. So that's what makes it difficult. It really becomes out of your hands in a sense. You can put those guys in position, but then you got those dual threat quarterbacks who are exceptional. You just hold your breath and hope someone makes a play.
Defensively, Leslie County, what do they like to do on defense?
Well, they had mostly a forefront for the most part. There was a couple times they got in the eye front, but that's not who they really want to be. So they was pretty much in that 4 look, basically a 4-4, single high look. Every once in a while they gave a 2 safety look, but for the most part they're going to be in that forefront.
Danville head coach Frank Parks. Coach, what's the keys to a victory Friday night against Leslie County?
Well, this is a little different week. We're going to have to stop the pass and like we mentioned earlier, we got to help our defense out. We got to execute. We can't continue to make those mistakes. You know, there's been drives where we get something going and we fumble or bad snap. Like, we just got to be really more consistent offensively as far as taking advantage of stuff when we have those opportunities.
That's Danville head football coach Frank Parks. Admirals at 0-6 on the year.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, they have 4 games left.
6, yep.
Yeah, Leslie County coming up this Friday. Right now we're at the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen giving out free T-shirts as well. Mercer County and Bergen Spirit shirts if you want to get out here and get your free shirt, courtesy of Dairy Queen of Harrodsburg and a lot of other great sponsors and the Hometown Radio Network. And we also have some great deals going on here as well, including the $7 meal deal. You can get either the bacon cheeseburger, you can get the 3-piece chicken strip basket, or the queso cheeseburger as a part of the $7 meal deal that includes the main course, the main entree, fries, sundae, and a drink for $7. We're live here at the Dairy Queen of Harrodsburg. We'll step aside, come back. We've got Lincoln County head football coach Levi Rogers and Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix coming up right after this on the Dairy Queen of Harrodsburg Pigskin Report on 99.5 FM WHBN, 103.9 FM WHIR, and streaming live online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
CC Auto Parts and Service is the difference. We get it. No appointment necessary. Fast, friendly auto service every time. We'll have you in and out, hassle-free. Brakes, engines, and service of every kind. With free pickup and free delivery. CC Auto Parts and Service is the difference. We get it.
Are you considering starting a business or expanding your existing business? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Ricky Peterson. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank at the Danville Main Street office. As a part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-236-9822. Let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
Great! See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrodsburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch. And now, back to the DQ Pigskin Report.
Radio Rick and Super Dave and Joe Mathis here live at the Harry Queen Harrodsburg. The Dairy Queen of Harrodsburg.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, Radio Rick's watching his Cleveland Guardians, and things are not going well. 3-run bomb in the top of the ninth for the Tigers.
The closer, the best closer in baseball. Yep.
Yeah, Emmanuel Classe gave up a 3-run bomb.
3 hits in a row.
Let's go with Lincoln County and see what Lincoln County head coach Levi Rogers has got on his schedule. And, Coach, appreciate you joining us tonight. It started out as a defensive battle. The first touchdown of the game didn't come until the middle of the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, started off, like you said, both teams kind of struggled to move the ball. We did pretty well on defense there, was able to make some tackles, make some negative plays for them, get them behind the sticks, those kind of things. So, yeah, kind of a defensive battle to start it off.
Yeah, you took a 7-0 lead in a Reed Curliss 11-yard touchdown run, and then Wayne County ties it up with 2 seconds left before the first half ends. How big are those late half touchdowns to give teams momentum, either be it for Wayne County or for you all, when you can score late in the half and then kind of get the double turnaround where you get the ball to begin the second half as well?
Yeah, it was really big for them, kind of a letdown for us there. We played really good defense through the second quarter as well, gave up, I think 2 big pass plays there that kind of moved them down the field, and they were able to get down there and punch one in before half, and then they, got the ball coming out in the second half. So I think it was kind of a big momentum shift, giving up that touchdown there right before half, and, we got to try to clean those things up going forward.
Yeah, they led it 14-7, but you all came back, tied it up on a 42-yard touchdown pass from Tucker Foster to Johnny Atkins. A little of a trick play, right? Was it a play action and like a fake reverse as well?
Yeah, we run, we had some motion going different ways and things like that, kind of get the eyes moving in the secondary. And we ran one of those little plays that we have, and Johnny was able to get behind the defense. Tucker made a good throw, and he had a good catch, to take it on in the end zone there.
Yeah, tied it up at 14. Wayne County came back, took a 21-14 lead. Then you all scored twice in a row. You get a safety to make it 21-16. Then you score after that safety, and you lead 22-21 on a 3-yard touchdown run by Tucker Foster. So, again, Coach, this is a game. It's back and forth the entire game before Wayne County pulls ahead and wins it 29-22. You look at your schedule, Coach. You all are 4-3. 4 of your 7 games have been within touchdowns or closer. Tell us about the grit and what you learn from close games. Obviously you'd rather win them, but the lessons that are learned in close games, you already played your fair share of them this year.
Yeah, it's something that we've had a lot of so far, and you're right, it is good teaching tools. You want to come out on the other side of it, but we're still playing a football team that is loaded, with a lot of juniors. Most of my football team will be back next year, so they are good lessons to learn, which with the season going forward, hopefully it helps us. We've been in those situations a little bit. We got 3 games left, so hopefully if we get in those situations again in close games, which I'd imagine that they will be, they've been about every week. So hopefully some of those lessons will start coming to the top there, and we'll start learning and be able to pull out the win rather than just a 6 or 7 point loss.
Yeah, you've got a bye week this week. Then you end up the season with Boyle County, Taylor County, and Mercer County. What do you do on this bye week, Coach, and how do you handle a week of preparation before the biggest test of the season next week against the Rebels? So what are you going to do this bye week?
Well, we're coming in. We're going to be practicing this week. We got to get some things fixed on our end. The Wayne County game, we had really just a bunch of mistakes, some mental mistakes in there, getting lined up wrong, some things like that. So we got to make sure that we clean ourselves back up, get back to playing the right kind of football before the biggest test, like you mentioned, because then the week after that, we got Boyle coming into town, who's probably the best team, maybe in the last 10, 15 years. I don't know. They're a really good football team over there. So we definitely got our work cut out for us. So we got to get back to work, make sure our things are right before we start focusing on Boyle.
Yeah, you mentioned some of the things you need to work on through the first 7 games of this season. Coach, what are some things that your Patriots are doing that you think that you're doing really well?
Just really the playing hard, the effort. We've gotten better. I still feel like, week in and week out, we're getting better. But it's when we add some things, we're still making too many mistakes. We put ourselves behind the chains sometimes, whether it's lining up wrong, whether it's not getting lined up on defense. So, we got to clean those things up. I think we're getting better. Running the football is obviously something we hang our hat on, and we got to continue to improve there too. So.
Lincoln County head football coach Levi Rogers on Friday night, Coach. When you would typically have a game, you don't have one this Friday. Do you go and maybe watch Boyle County or go watch Taylor County or go scout some teams, or what are you going to do on your Friday night off?
I'm planning on giving our guys off on Friday, kind of give them a little bit of a break, just, if they want to go watch some games or whatever. But I myself, I'll be watching Boyle and Taylor on Friday.
There you go. It's Levi.
Not Boyle and Taylor, my fault. Boyle and Russell.
Yeah, Boyle and Russell County. Yeah, that's fine. Levi Rogers, head football coach of the Lincoln County Patriots at 4-3 for the first 7 games of the year. Coach, we appreciate your time being on this week, and we'll talk to you again next Monday, okay?
All righty. Thank you.
Levi Rogers from Lincoln County, and let's go to Boyle County. Coach Haddix, you had a bye week. Did it come at a good time, and what did you do last Friday?
Yeah, I think it came at a good time. We got our non-district pretty much over, and then get ready for district play, and then hopefully a long playoff run. As far as just some nicks and bruises and that. But we had a productive week of practice. Thursday, we had some night, Wednesday and Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we had some scrimmages and kind of going against each other, which was great. Inter squad, we got to see some young guys go, which was really good. Then Friday, I gave them off. I actually went and watched Mel and Frederick Douglass. It was a good game, and obviously we streamed a bunch of other games that we could maybe play in the future, playoff games. So we were able to scout and kind of do a little bit of that. They've made it a lot easier now with streaming all these games, but it was good to see the two top teams in the state, Frederick Douglass and Mel. It came down to the end, so a really good opponent there, and then just kind of relax the rest of the weekend and getting ready to go for this week.
I can remember a time when the coaches on Sunday would drive and meet somewhere and exchange films.
Well, I'm that old now. I used to drive. When I first started, I would drive and have to meet, which we were exchanging DVDs. We weren't exchanging videotapes, but we were VHS. But I was exchanging DVDs. I was driving to meet. I remember I had to drive to Johnson Central one time, meet it to McDonald's, or you was meeting at a Huddle House here, you were meeting there, so it was crazy. At that time that was normal, but it was good to go out and meet. Now with the click of a button, you could have a lot of people's films.
Can you give us an update on Bubby McPherson and Gio Brown, what their health status is?
Still kind of waiting on Gio. Possibly have surgery. Going there, still waiting out. Don't really know for sure. And then with Bubby, he should be back this week. He practiced a few days last week. Should be back this week, hopefully.
Good to get Bubby back, but missing Gio's speed, that's hard to make up for.
Yes, not many. There ain't many guys in the state of Kentucky that run a 10.8 400 meters. So obviously that, and you hate it for Gio. He had a great year. He did get an offer the other day from Kentucky Wesleyan, so he's played great on the big stage. You look at it. Last year, Frederick Douglass had a big game in the finals, played well against St. Edwards. He's played well against the really good teams, and you hate to lose one, but, he's got a lot of his best footballs ahead of him, too.
You got Russell County coming in. They're 4-3. Their quarterback, Owen Lowy's 42 out of 77, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, rushed 212 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, what about the job he's done over there with Coach French? Stephen French went over there, and I don't know how many games he won last year, 1 or 2, and they've already won 4 already and beat Taylor County, which was a huge win for them, the district. So, they're playing good football. They don't beat themselves. They don't turn the ball over, and they limit the big plays. So that's what we got to do.
Tanner Stringer's got 463 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns. And their leading receiver is Kenneth Wills. He's got 13 catches, 292 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
And we've all seen last week that anybody can beat anybody with Vandy and Alabama. So you got to come ready to play each week. It's not about the opponent that you play. It's about playing your best.
Opportunistic team. They've got 6 interceptions and forced 6 fumbles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've taken care of the ball and turned others over, and that's a good recipe to win.
What do you think they're going to try to do to you with their offense?
I'm sure Coach French has been around a lot. He's do what they do. It's one of those things. You really don't change a whole lot for each team and what you're doing. They line up in the shotgun a lot. I'm sure they're going to do that. If we're bringing pressure, they're going to try to screen us, get rid of the ball quick where they don't take negative plays and make us tackle on the edge.
What does the film tell you about their defense?
They're bend but don't break. They're not really blitzing a whole lot, but they're letting you mess up. So we've got to do a good job taking care of the ball and go finish block well on the edge. Now, a lot of people talk about dominating the line of scrimmage. I talk a lot about dominating the edge, and that's where your receivers got to be getting involved in the run game, and that's where you get those big long runs coming out is your receivers are blocking till the whistle, letting those guys score.
Sometimes we forget about it, but they're so critical as the special teams.
Yes, they are. And our special teams have been playing pretty good, but it's just got to get better and better and better as we go. That the more in your district and in playoffs and things, that's a big part of the game.
Keys to a Boyle County district win over Russell County Friday night.
Can't turn the ball over. Got to take care of the football. Got to limit the big play from them. Get off the field on 3rd down. Execute. Hey, thank you. Go Rebels.
And that's
Intercounty.
We'll take a break. We're right and be back with the lineups for the matchups this week. Right after this.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
At CC Auto Parts and Service, we take pride in meeting needs of our customers. The agricultural folks in Mercer County will be in full swing, preparing their crops for harvest. Michelle Kokenair brings expertise and many years' experience in the farm machinery parts business. Stop by today or call 734-9515, 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service. Service is the difference. We get it.
And now, back to the DQ Pigskin Report.
And we are live at the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen, and we've been giving out Bergen Bulldog Spirit shirts. They are brought to you by WHBN, the Barber Shop, Darren Rangel's, Big Deals Online Store, Bergen Dairy Barn, 101 Business Solutions, Jamie Dunn Shelter Insurance, Harrodsburg Herald, your community news, S&E of Danville and Harrodsburg, Pioneer Pawn, 10th Planet, Jennifer Nichols, General Dentistry, DQ Grill and Chill, Happy Taste Good, Community Trust Bank, Building Communities, Building Trust, Denyo, and Chloe's Petals for Hope. For Mercer County, they're made possible by WHBN, Jennifer Nichols General Dentistry, S&E, Danville and Harrodsburg, Rod Hatfield Chevrolet, Hitachi, Inspire the Next, Hitachi Astemo, Harrodsburg Herald, Lee's Famous Recipe of Harrodsburg, Harrodsburg Animal Hospital, The Barber Shop, Kayla's Diner, Jamie Dunn Shelter Insurance, Dana Brook Greenhouse, Farm and Market, 10th Planet, Community Trust Bank, Little Caesars, Chloe's Petals for Hope, DQ Grill and Chill, and Ace Hardware. All right, Joe, what does the matchups for this week look like?
Well, it's kind of a thinner schedule of games this Friday. Mercer County, Garrett County, and Anderson County all have an open date this week, so no games for Mercer, Garrett, or Anderson. Russell County is at Boyle County. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock on Z105. Another district game for the Rebels, who have won 26 in a row. Is that right? 15 straight last year, 5 before that. That's 20 and then 6 this year. Yeah, so 26 straight. Leslie County
Longest
is
in the state, by the way.
Yes, yeah. Leslie County is at Danville. It's a pretty good Leslie County team, 4-2 this year, and they'll be at Center College playing Danville. Coverage begins around 7 o'clock. 7:30 kickoff on 103.
Danville's got Center College helping them play.
Huh?
Danville's got Center College helping them play.
No, they'll just be at the Center College field.
Okay.
No, they're not. The Colonels aren't eligible to help play.
Okay.
7 o'clock is the pregame. 7:30 kickoff on 103.9 FM WHIR. Speaking of Center College, the next day they will not be at home. They'll be on the road.
Yep.
They're at Millsaps. 1 o'clock is the kickoff for that one Saturday. Yeah, long drive to Millsap. And then Vanderbilt is at UK. Our coverage gets underway at 5:30. Kickoff for that one Saturday night, 7:45 at the Kroger Field on Z105, WRNZ-FM. And, of course, all games streamed live as well on the World Wide Web at hometownlive.net. Again, Mercer, Garrett, Anderson all have byes. Russell County at Boyle County on Z105, Leslie County at Danville on WHIR 103.9 FM. Saturday Center at Millsaps and Vanderbilt at UK at 5:30 with the pregame.
UK got a chance against Vanderbilt?
Okay,
I don't know which team shows up.
Yeah.
Is it the one that laid an egg at South Carolina? Is it of course, that Ohio team that's nothing. They weren't good. But is it the one with the efforts against Georgia and Ole Miss?
Yeah. Kentucky did open as a 12-point favorite. That's a wide number
Every single time they get
for a team that just beat Alabama. That's a wide number to open up as a favorite. 12 points over Vanderbilt. That was what it opened up at earlier today. So, I think certainly they have a chance. And you win this one, you've got, who do you have next week after Vanderbilt? Now, I know you've got, is it Florida? Are they at Florida the week after that? You've got Florida left. You got Tennessee. You got Texas left as well.
Texas #1 right now.
And who else? Murray State left too.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Thank you all for listening. It's been another live sports presentation, the Hometown Radio Network. Thank you, Robert, back at the station. Super Dave. For Joe Mathis, Ready Rick, we'll be back with you again next Monday night at Harrisburg DQ. Be good sports, fans.
It is Florida next week. They also have Auburn the week after that. Auburn comes to Kentucky the 26th.
No.
And then in the season with Louisville.
This has been the DQ Pigskin Report, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agents, CC Auto Parts and Service, Whitaker Bank, S&E, DQ, Join us every Monday evening at 6 during the football season for the Pigskin Report on the Hometown Radio Network and hometownlive.net.
This is WHBN Harrodsburg, The Rooster, broadcasting on AM 1420 and now FM 99.5. Now, the news.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio. I'm Brian Shook. Over 50 counties in Florida are under a state of emergency as Hurricane Milton makes its way towards the state. Milton is now a Category 5 hurricane as it gains strength and rolls across the Gulf of Mexico with winds at 180 miles per hour. Vice President Harris is remembering the victims of the Hamas terrorist attacks on Israel.
I will never forget